Tonight on Paper Highlighter, the tea is so hot it might just deport itself. First up, Matt and Jasmine. Matt's suddenly preaching about morals and values after, sleeping with the married woman and getting her pregnant. Now he's terrified to tell his Romanian mama the truth, and Jasmine's done playing babysitter to his guilt trip. Fans are calling it his morality era, but honestly, it's given delusion with a side of drama. Meanwhile, Darcey Silva said what we've all been thinking. If it's not working, file for divorce. Her dinner meltdown with Georgi turned the restaurant into a courtroom, and the only thing missing was Judge Judy with the gavel. And speaking of chaos, Gino called Jasmine to say she used him for a green card, listed every dollar he spent, and then dropped the mic. I've already gone to immigration. Y'all, this man turned heartbreak into a deportation letter. Next, Luke and Madelein's wedding in Colombia? Canceled. Why? He ran out of money, and she wanted a helicopter entrance. Now she's screaming at the planner while Luke's wallet files for bankruptcy. Over in Pillow Talk Land, Kenny Niedermeier just roasted Tigerlily Taylor for saying she broke the internet. He said, quote, "That's not the internet. That's your ego, lady." The shade is chef's kiss. Oh, and guess who's been acting this whole time? Chantel's new girlfriend, Ashley. Turns out she starred in For My Man as, wait for it, a best friend turned secret lover. Life really does imitate art. In wrapping it up, Sarper Guven is on tour, lawsuit and all, turning heartbreak into stand-up comedy. The man's dodging subpoenas and punchlines at the same time. If you live for messy love, delusional confidence, and accidental comedy, hit like, subscribe, and ring that chaos bell, because this week's stories prove one thing. On 90 Day Fiancé, the drama always renews itself. Tonight on Paper Highlighter, the 90 Day Fiancé universe delivers moral meltdowns, canceled weddings, deportation letters, and one ex-stripper's comedy tour. Oh, and someone's girlfriend was literally acting this whole time. Let's dive in, starting with the man who found religion, values, and regret all in the same confession. Matt Branisterranel is back, and he's apparently entered his morals and values era. The same man who slept with the married woman, got her pregnant, and called it cultural exploration is now terrified to introduce Jasmine to his Romanian parents. He claims he's scared they'll get a heart attack because in his family, kids come after marriage. Meanwhile, Jasmine's like, then maybe don't impregnate someone else first, genius. Deal with the consequences of being an idiot, she says. And honestly, the internet agreed. One fan wrote, all of a sudden, he's a traditional man? Boy, please. Another said, that moral compass is spinning faster than a TLC editing timeline. Matt, if you really want to train Jasmine in Romanian culture, maybe start with honesty before table manners. And speaking of couples testing their morals, Darcey Silva just turned a dinner date into a courtroom. Darcey and Georgi hit Bulgaria, came home, and immediately started acting like strangers on a double date with tension thick enough to cut with a butter knife. At dinner with her twins Stacy and Florian, Darcey dropped the mic. Then don't be married. File for divorce. The room went silent except for the sound of Georgi's dignity evaporating. Even their friends, Svet and Roxy, were like, so dessert? Darcey later said she feels like two ships passing by, which is ironic because Georgi's been anchored to resentment since 2021. He claims he's always wrong, and honestly, he might be, just not in the way he thinks. Stacy called him greedy, Darcey called him out, and we called it, the official relaunch of Darcey and Divorce, the series. But if you thought that dinner was messy, wait till you hear Gino's version of closure, because his breakup came with an invoice. Grab your calculators, people. Gino is charging by the heartbreak. He called Jasmine to read her a letter, a literal spreadsheet of their failed marriage. He listed every dollar, $40,000 for Panama transfers, $10,000 for the wedding, $1 for the green card, $5 for the lawyer, a total of $70,000 of regret. Then he accused her of using him for a green card and announced he's gone to immigration. That's right, Gino turned his breakup into a deportation threat. Jasmine, crying, screamed, "Go ahead, deport me," while Matt, yes, the same Matt, stood in the doorway holding his head like he'd wandered into a soap opera. Fans were torn, some furious at Gino's cruelty, others convinced Jasmine really did play the long game. Either way, this call ended faster than a K-1 visa in review. After that financial expose, let's move to another couple where love also met its credit limit. Luke and Madelein were supposed to tie the knot in Colombia. Instead, they tied themselves in financial knots. He's broke, she wants a helicopter entrance. When the wedding planner mentioned an unpaid $4,000 bill, Luke thought it was covered. Madelein said, "That was my dress, not the venue. Cue fireworks and not the romantic kind." She yelled, "Then don't get married," while he apologized to the planner for existing. At this point, the only thing flying that day was the budget. Fans joked this should be renamed 90 Day Fiancé Overdraft Edition. But hey, money can't buy class, right? Although it can definitely buy shade. Speaking of which, let's visit a feud that's pure, petty perfection. Kenny Niedermeier, the king of calm, just snapped. After Tigerlily Taylor claims she broke the internet with her storyline, Kenny posted, "That's not the internet, that's your ego, lady." Fans went wild. One wrote, "Girl, people were thrilled your marriage ended. That's not viral, that's karma." Another said Kenny should start his own Pillow Talk roast series. Tigerlily clapped back, saying if she didn't break the internet, this Ken person wouldn't still be talking about me. So now they're both trending for pettiness. And speaking of people acting brand new, one couple's drama just turned into a casting reveal. Reddit detectives struck again, and they've got receipts. Turns out Chantel Everett's new girlfriend, Ashley, was an actress long before she joined the 90-Day world. She appeared on the show For My Man, Season 5, Episode 5, as a best friend turned secret lover. Sound familiar? Because it should. Viewers laughed that Ashley's been method acting her own storyline ever since. Her agency bio even says she's with East Coast talent in Atlanta and warns, quote, "Don't add me unless you're in the industry." Ma'am, this is the industry, the drama industry. But no one's turning scandal into showtime quite like Sarper Guven, a man proving that laughter might just be the ultimate rebound. Yep, Sarper Guven, the ex-stripper turned personal trainer, is now a stand-up comedian. He's launching a 20-city U.S. tour, starting with San Francisco. And oh yeah, he's doing it while facing a $10,000 lawsuit. Multitasking, we love to see it. His show at Cobb's Comedy Club sold out. He's roasting cultural clashes, relationships, and probably his ex-Shekinah too. People called his act both hysterical and cringe, which, let's be honest, is exactly the 90-Day brand. From stripper poles to punchlines, Sarper's showing us all that you really can reinvent yourself, as long as the court date doesn't overlap with your tour date. And after everything we've seen tonight, maybe laughter really is the best immigration lawyer. Let's recap the chaos. Matt found his morals after the scandal. Darcey threatened divorce before dessert. Gino called immigration mid-breakup. Luke's wallet left the wedding. Kenny roasted a co-star. Ashley played herself on TV. And Sarper is literally on tour, making it all funny. If you live for delusional confidence and unhinged love stories, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that chaos bell so you never miss a meltdown. This is Paper Highlighter, and remember, on 90 Day Fiancé, the contracts expire, but the drama never does.